Gentlemen in the mix.
Hey traders, welcome to Sunday stream. The weekly candle close will occur in less than 1 hour, just live, because traditionally that's what we do here. So there's not really much to cover, unfortunately, with this tradition we've had going for years, but just keeping it alive, man. And just seeing Bitcoin trade like no one's trading it. It's kind of crazy, man. Since July 24th, same price every day, very little movement. Are we even getting $200 a day moves? 28.9. Yeah, a couple $100 moves a day, just about, man. Wild. I remember the days when Bitcoin used to move a lot all the time. But yeah, summertime, you'll get that. The unfortunate reality of it's not a great spot for a swing trader to just long, but the trend's your friend, so it's a decent environment for dollar cost average people just being long on Bitcoin. So you got that going for you, which is nice. What's the weekly candle gonna look like? Not much different than the daily. It's just slow bleeds. Well, here's the good news, I guess. Last week, if you wanted to be technical, it never happened. There was never a bullish back test of 28,800 until this week. And so far, the buyers have kept the price propped up. But yeah, I mean, you can't really be that excited on the weekly oscillator, at least the MACD histogram, where you just look at it, you clearly understand what that is. I'm just telling you that it's there. This will be your first level of negative momentum on the weekly since June 19th. But it's like, you gotta wonder. I mean, this is why it's like not a good strategic long for the swing trader. It never, no matter what happens to the price, it just is never a strategic long when an asset is putting in a second top with bearish divergence that is so real on a weekly time scale. It's never good. But yeah, again, you pull back some, you get another higher low. Okay, dollar cost average because the trend's your friend. But that's about as far as you can go with this asset. No opportunity, even if it went higher. Because you, like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go long on an asset playing the numbers game over and over and over. Every time an asset confirms a top with bearish divergence, you're telling me you're gonna take longs? Doing that's insane. That's crazy. So that's the state of crypto, unfortunately. Well, the good news is like Shiba, you know, looked nothing like this. Completely different setup. It had a great day yesterday. And it was pullback, hangover day, sure. And we'll argue that Shiba's down 6.5%, could get worse, but it was that 15 to 20% up day yesterday where, you know, it was the first daily candle close above the 200 simple moving average since April 20th.
Is that a joint? Is that a joint? Is that a joint?
And yeah, right around there, highest daily candle close, yep. So, I mean, good stuff if you're just testing that 200 moving average, but it's just, when you come here, it's not about predictions, you know, not trying to tell you what I think or what I know. It's just, there are lessons that have been taught for 100 years on charts, and we abide by those principles by the book. And this one by the book was a low risk entry where one could strategize a stop loss. It just was. While at the same time, Bitcoin was not at a strategic entry level. So I guess you're catching some TA respect, you would say, here, as the buyers defended the level from mid-June of last year a couple times, and then even more on the top end with the candle close area, the zone, top of the zone. And you know, it was just gut-wrenching, like Bitcoin, where there's just no movement. Finally some. You'd think it's not over. Not even close to being over unless this is really dead, you know, like a dead asset. But again, you're hitting the basement, so right, Bitcoin up 80% off its lows from November. Shiba, not like that. Shiba, like, was at its lows. but then buyers defended a range. So just different. Hex is back down again, 12.75%. Oh, dude, people, my God, the copium is so bad on Twitter. I can't even believe it. People are like, dude, it's like Enron. I'm buying more. If you like it at 20, you'll like it at 5. If you like it at 5, you like it at 2. That was like the thing before 0. And same thing, people just being like, the cope they're using is, oh, well, it's up 8,000% from its bottom from years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But you see what's happening here, really? Let's get right there. You're about to take out this last level where there's just nothing here. Nothing. So downside potential on Hex, where it is below that level, minimum 40 to 50% downside before you see the next key level. And one thing about Hex is it respects the levels. So when it breaks them, you can feel pretty confident that it will run to the next one. Just like if it was to break upward, oftentimes it will run to the next resistance. It does that. So I would not feel good at all. And remember, when you confirm a bottom like this and you underperform so bad, that is testament to who owns this market, the bears. The sellers are in full control of this market, not buyers, not cult members that have like 20 bucks worth of Hex or $30 worth of Hex, right? That are the most vocal, that will, you know, treat this like some sort of actual financial religion, which is a joke, right? So bearish engulfing candle confirmed in 43 minutes and change. Good luck. Good luck, dude. So what else is going on in crypto? Dude, like HBAR is up 10.5%. Nice. Okay, but come on, dude. Give me a break. I like the 886 here. Very nice. I mean, that someone could have said it was a harmonic. I just spend a lot of time on stocks these days, and that's too deep on B anyway. But yeah, the 886, man, magic. Isn't it magic to some degree, where the reaction occurred? But now it's just, you gonna break this level from mid-June? Remember, this is the level that Shiba buyers broke back above it and then defended it. That's what made it an actionable trade setup. This is below that level and only testing as resistance. But yeah, I mean, kind of structurally similar to Shiba lately, where it's like you can see there's like accumulation and like a sell wall. So you wonder, that's a nice engulfing candle, but yeah, just not really where you want it to be. So good day, Brett. HBAR, Hedera hash graph, whatever, you know. Oh, rumors of a boy being insolvent. Oh, got it. That guy, that whale chart guy on Twitter, though, McMahon smiley face. So much fake news comes out from that guy. I blocked him a long time ago because it was just, he just says these things like, where's his source? He doesn't ever source anything. Like, you can't trust that those Twitter accounts, man. So, okay, and yeah, kind of busy weekend. People voicing their opinion that they want to see this thing continue on. Thank you so much to Gaia. Thank you for the 7 months in the Citadel. AP, thank you for the 7 months renewal. Whoa, thank you for the 9 months. I believe that's the first 9 month I've seen, right? So someone could have gotten pregnant when this whole thing started in the Discord, and they could be having their baby now. That's how long it's been. So whoa, thank you so much for having a Mitch Ray TA baby, I guess. Philby, thank you for the 7 months of support. Sheik, thank you for the tier 1 or 2 months now. And then thank you NBF for the 6 months. I have in the chat for all the renewals that happened this weekend. So that's awesome. Thanks. All right. Let's go to Ethereum. Forgot. Let's go to Ethereum. Knock it out. Yeah, just, you are not at an inflection point right now. You're just not. 1750, 1740, yes. 2K, yes. 1825, no. So when that's the case, all we can do is just kind of look at it and understand where the levels are. Understand we are in an uptrend for now. So you're just getting close to these areas where you really want to see the buyers come in, and you want to see some sort of signal candle, like a mega and bullish engulfing, right? A hammer, something. And then some follow through where you start separating, right? Diverging, your price starts diverging away from the demand line, and then you get some sort of second test before higher prices. And then that's when you get all the time, like the phenomenon of these M shapes, like they occur, and then, you know, right? They can happen like that. So 786, if it pivoted here and that was a 786 on B, that's really good. That's a strong structure. That could even, you know, even turn into a 1272, which would be the highest highs of the entire run. So you're really, really hoping for demand to show up, because it is not really there. But there's, you know, no one really coming in to push the price lower either. It's like almost like the real estate market. They have paralyzed crypto trading, right? Price action. They have paralyzed the real estate market with high interest rates, where no one wants to sell their 3% interest rate to have to pay double the amount per month for another house, you know. So let's go to XRP. You know, one time, second time. Bleeding out, working on its lowest daily candle close since July 12th. And there's just some more downside. Just some, yeah, 55 cents, you know, that level from September of last year, April of this year, June of this year. That a back test of that wouldn't be weird at all in this situation. You pivot there, another higher low, no big deal. You run back up, test 76 cents, hopefully make a higher high. But yeah, for now, this is your typical. This is how crypto works now, since they have like sacked all the exchanges in the West, right? Nothing for months, and then one day, and then nothing for months, and then one day, and then nothing for months. It's a joke market. Yeah. Good luck swing trading in those market conditions. It's very difficult, if not possible, if not impossible. So XRP, and then we'll go to BNB, which is the kind of centerpiece of this whole sacking. But yeah, still hanging in there. I mean, and it's not good consolidation, but the buyers are defending and respecting this demand line here. It's very pretty, isn't it? Despite which way it breaks. Very nice. I mean, if buyers are really defending it, I mean, always a chance you could run to 275, 274. But just understand, if somehow what we're identifying on the weekly Bitcoin is bad, like confirmation high after an 80% markup since the beginning of the year, but it's like the confirmation high at the resistance and the bearish divergence. If that plays out where Bitcoin does flush to the downside, this thing is royally effed. That would be how. That would be the narrative. That would be like literally the story that is told about how BNB breaks 200. Bitcoin weekly TA respect to the downside kills BNB. Yeah, declining volume. Normally not good in this situation. Yeah, just lack of interest, lack of demand, but enough demand to keep the price propped up. And I think that's literally CZ. And like, he's amassed so much money over all the years, he has the ability to keep his price propped up. But I think if it's a volatile situation and you got the macro Bitcoin big drawdown, bye BNB. But yeah, I mean, just as easily as that happens where Bitcoin starts bouncing, BNB could run all the way to 315, 320, and it's still a lower high. That's what's crazy. Okay, so we looked at the big four. Let's look at the weekly on BNB. You know, whatever. I mean, maybe it looks a little better on the weekly, but I just hate the context of the multitude of failures. So someone would be like, hey man, it's setting up like Ethereum set up after Black Saturday in June, where you made the lowest low, then you made two lows that are both the same, but they're both higher than the initial low. That could be confirmation of accumulation. It's all happening in the 200-week moving average. I mean, It's really tough here. These are the areas where if there's no context of all the lower highs over all this time, BNB fundamentally in trouble, right? Someone could take a chance here if they wanted. To me, I thought the place to take the chance was taking a short at the resistance in the downtrend after the failures, right? And then this was an area to take profit, and that's where people take profit, and that's so people have limit buys set up and they cover their shorts, so it keeps the price propped up. But it's so hard to have confidence down here, even it being at the potential entry area, just like it was in December. Okay. What does Shiba look like on the weekly? I want to see what this candle. All my stuff's not visible. Oh my God. So like triple bottom stuff going on. I mean, you got this like one more. That's really what you got going on. Look at this weekly low. See, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, like you're at the basement. BNB is not at the basement at all. So this is your first level of, well, second, I guess, catching follow through. Since April, massive upside potential. Since, I mean, this is the third time buyers are saying, we're defending. I just don't, when are the sellers going to relent? I mean, they relented yesterday for sure, but talking about when are we going to make a higher high than the previous highs on the weekly. Yeah.
Gentlemen in the mix.
All right, let's look at total. Back below that level, unfortunately. So we like totals, but not as much as Jonathan.
I like turtles.
Yeah, below that 2021 high and low and high, right? And again, it could very well break upwards. No one's saying that they act like, well, no one here is acting like they know where something's going. I'm just saying, inherently, it's just not good, right? You're buying high up here after the run. You're buying a lower high, second failed attempt to break out. Yes, though you are above the 200 moving average, though you are uptrending, you've been uptrending since the beginning of the year. It's just, right, you flip the chart over and you understand like why or how someone would be like, this is a low risk entry for a long, right? You are in a prevailing uptrend, right? Whoops, what the, my God, man. I'm doing it because I'm inverted, so let me make it short. So you think here, like, wouldn't it be more compelling to have a setup like this versus trying to long, right? I mean, you're like, oh, confirmation low. There's like insane bullish divergence in the weekly. Right? I mean, that seems like the best play for the trader, not the moon boy, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's like, if it failed, then you're breaking this level and there's going to be massive moves, right? But it just was confirmed that this level was not going to break, and that's why someone might take a shot this way, which unfortunately is this, which is, you know, a short and it's bearish. So it's just perspective, and it doesn't mean I'm making a call here. Just talking. It's all about strategizing entries for shorts or longs. It's all it's been. It's all it ever will be. William, just Google Wells Wilder, W-E-L-L-E-S, Wilder, like Van Wilder, but Wells Wilder. He is the creator of RSI. So I think he's got some things to say about divergence too. So you get where I'm coming from. But here's what I hope. I hope that all fails and then we get one green impulse candle in a day or a week that takes us to the moon. All right, that's what I hope. So you know, I'm not like, you're perma bear, you hate, like, no, dude, I want it to go higher. So you can't ever say that. Oh man, just looking at like these scam coins at bottoms, like KSM, like no brainer type of setup, but it's just pathetic. You know, KSM's like about to rival, or if not make its lowest candle close ever on the weekly on the Binance chart. No one will buy this. I understand why though, right? Like we can have the best technical setup for a long ever, and it can just, the trade can just fail. And it's like, yeah, I get it, man. Who in their right mind would want to buy KSM beyond anything besides a bullish crab pattern with a type 2 return on the weekly? Who in their right mind would buy KSM? No one. So there just might not be enough harmonic type 2 traders that exist to maybe keep this thing propped up to actually reverse. That's what I fear in crypto. It's like, that's how dead this market is. Yeah, dead market when an asset is trading now lower than it's around the same price it was at November of 2022. So same price it was at in 2020. Lower, actually. It's sad. Very sad. YFI, same thing. It's like, we know the setup's there, and here's what could happen. Just like what happened here and what's happened on many assets that reverse, you can get a local double bottom before going higher too. So verdict's still out on this one, a little bit better than KSM that is just woeful. They're there. I just don't know if the cavalry will ever come. Sometimes they don't. Go talk to General Custer. His last stand, they were on their way. Nope. It was over. See, short total, I'm not saying the short total, I'm just talking about it practically. Like as the trader, what makes the most sense? What would be the lowest risk for an entry and a stop loss and take profits? It's certainly not upside. You are actually buying high right now, and you're buying into a confirmation high with weekly bearish divergence. So it could very well go up. It's just, wow, man. Things like the stuff's just not stacking up in your favor if you want it to go higher right now on Bitcoin and total on the weekly. Okay, so let us look at where I'm enjoying things. The S&P 500 futures that have reopened, currently up 0.17%. Been going for a couple hours now. Let's look at the weekly. This was your first weekly bearish engulfing candle since March 6th, that week. And all happening at an understandable area. The asset, broke resistance, and the next target was 45.50. Pretty much goes straight up there and hits the resistance, breaks it, but is unable. It's a false bullish breakout. It was confirmed with a candle close, but never confirmed with a back test, and it failed right there. So that the price is below that key level now, and this is very close to an 886. It's not on the Qs though. The QQQ, it is an 886. This is a 786. Or maybe a little bit higher, but you're getting closer and closer to the resolution zone, the reaction level, right? I mean, if that's up 57%, I can't be that surprised. I mean, like if you're talking at 61% on B, then it might be closer to a cipher where 618 on B, lower high on C, 786 on D. That's cipher territory. Scott Carney he doesn't believe in ciphers really. I just think that when you're hitting sharp pattern completion zones, which is the 886, not the 786, I think it's just way more of a, right? It's just almost like identifying divergence on the RSI in oversold territory. It's like, let there be no doubt. Like this is here, it's there. in the 786, you're always thinking, you're always like losing sleep. Is it gonna go to the 886 though? Stop me out, then reverse after one more fib node, because how many times you've seen that happen? So, but I'll show you real quick on the Qs. The QQQ technology right here. I didn't quite see the 886 perfectly, but that's pretty close. You are at that reaction reversal area. Okay, so these are definitely areas where you just count your blessings, understand you made some good money this year, first 7 months, whatever, and this is definitely where, based on harmonics, things do reverse. At least for pullbacks, reasonable 382 to 618
Thanks for
pullbacks.
the recommendation, TA bro.
Then it can go like that later, or double top here, right? And then be done. Just telling you, these are just reaction areas. Thank you, William, for the super chat. Yes, individual stocks are in danger when this happens, for the most part. Some like will thrive. Some will still catch bids. You know it is. But yeah, the big ones, like, you know, just the ones that have run this up. Pullbacks across the board. Okay, let's see.
We fell in love, so deep in love.
So you got, you know, in a similar situation on the Dow Jones. It's just so much chop up here. How deep are we now? We're at a 786 or an 886. We are nearing the 886. Not there. 36K. 886. It would be similar. I mean, I don't know if we can call it a sharp because B is just far too pronounced there. It's not more about B than it is C to D. But that doesn't meet the criteria for the shark. Shark, you gotta have a 1618 minimum, so that means virtually be way too deep. Pretty, I mean, yeah, it's just a little too deep. But a 618 on B and a lower high on C, the cipher is the 786, so you can't rule that out. I mean, that's real. That meets criteria of the cipher. So Scott Carney does not approve. Just gotta wonder, this would be the largest harmonic in the history of the frickin'. Here was a W shape reversal, went to the 100%. Pretty big one. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll I guess we'll see. Index funds, man, have been Rubik's Cubish anyway. You go to the individual stocks for the setups, for the trades, man. All year, it's been just like a spigot that has been flowing endlessly for opportunity. Just gotta wonder when that's all gonna end. And then we got the Russell 2000 futures, the dragon, but resistance. When's the last time? I mean, the IWM, Russell 2000 made a higher high. I mean, a higher high like that, I guess you would say maybe August, higher than this high, but I'm talking like the highest high. November 2021, the last time made truly a higher high. So, no breakout at resistance, and there is bearish divergence. Look, on the daily, from the high to the higher high at resistance, lower levels of momentum. So, could be implying downside next. A pullback just for a higher low again, hopefully. Gold hanging in there, right? Gold is, you know, on Friday, buyers came in a little bit, and this we're talking about a second test of 1900, 1920 is so important. If that happens, all-time high soon. A very important thing going on here where you get like, look at the bottom, two lows technically, even with one dump and pump, right? But we're just looking for a confirmation low, higher lows and above the levels that you desperately need the price to be above. I mean, like gold is trading above the old all-time high from 2011. So I think that's good. Always okay until that's taken out. Above the 200-day moving average, higher highs, higher lows. Everything's good on gold. Just isn't able, it's just so slow going. It's like Bitcoin now. It's like crypto. Wow, they took it out, all liquidity out. It's dead. Silver, anything above $23 is fine. High or low. And the target of that trade setup, 26 bucks. Got close, but just couldn't do it. Not over though. You're uptrending. Don't like the lower high, but it's all good as long as you keep making higher lows. Yeah, man. See, this I've been like 36 minutes, and the stock market's closed, and I've looked at some cryptos that were worth looking at, and now it's like, what am I supposed to do for the next 20 minutes? This is how bad it's gotten for the streamer. It's really bad, dude. Jeez, man, it's like one comment per minute too on the chat. This is just like it's screaming like no demand, no demand. All right, no supply. Start taking 3 days off a week, you know, until just whatever improves. Sentiment, movement in the market, something, you know, like something's gonna give though at some point. This gets so bad, it's just can't do this. Not good for me. Go watch the Barbie movie, dude. Better than this, for sure. Sort of Litecoin. Hopefully a higher low. But below $84, which is not good. You gotta see Litecoin get back above that. Oof. But nice uptrend. I mean, remember the most recent discernible event was the highest high of the entire uptrend. And you might be working on your highest low until something changes. So no big deal. Oh yeah, retail can't afford to gamble on S coins, but I would never recommend it anyway. Give me an uptrend and we'll talk. Give me liquidity and we'll talk. Give me movement, we'll talk. Much better going into Tupperware stock, right? Bitcoin Cash, right? You get this one little run, and then it'll bleed out 88% probably when it's all said and done. But yeah, I mean, heading down to 205 for that test. It's a big level. Doge hanging in there, this little uptrend. Anything above 6.5, like you are in the dead middle of two levels. So this is coin flip territory. It's either 6.5 cents or 9.1 cents. Verdict still out. Lowest low. Right, since that pump and dump in November of last year. So not really a great looking chart. Chainlink, can't do it, man. No, this is what I'm saying. This is like garbage market. Like, who would have thought that this level would be defended by buyers? Nope. Nope. And it's like a bad... You can't trade assets in the middle ranges. People put guns in my head. You gotta do it. I'm like, oh, I'll give it a shot. Try to post... Nope. Like, Insta falls below. It's a joke. You either buy at 530 or you don't buy ever on Chainlink as the trader. You go short at 960 or you don't do anything. That's Chainlink. Cool. Maker, you know, up here, but, you know, bearish divergence is so real. I mean, like, Buyer exhaustion after that? Yeah, I believe it. It's got to wonder how much follow through is going to happen on Maker. Everyone's favorite EOS joke. I mean, goes up and back tests the old all-time low, whatever, from June of last year as resistance, and that's it. Oh God, so bad, man. Monero's great though. Actually, unironically, great. And it's all about the weekly. The stage is set. I just don't know if there's enough money that exists in all of crypto to push anything up higher. I mean, it would be like Shiba. It's up 15% and nothing else moves all day. Or, you know, whatever the other one, Caspa, whatever. Oh, it keeps going. It's like, okay, nothing else is. I was going for a record, dude. Dang, man. Thank you. Holy crap. Wow. Shiba.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $141.16. Hello friend, DCA, 15,105,473.76485820 SHIB.
You just add into my bag, Crypto Hoarder. Thank you so much for the 141.16 right there. Completely unexpected. And these market conditions, especially. Thank you, man. Holy crap. You know, thinking about going live yesterday, I'm like, what's the point, man? Like, go live on a Saturday, and like 5 people even noticed that SHIB was up. Thank you. Holy crap. Here's your other one, though, dude. I mean, it's like so good still. I can't make demand come into this market. I don't know. Like, this is the longest. Market's going to stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent situation. Never felt it. It's never extended on this long. I mean, virtually it all ended in May of 2021. You know, went up to retest at 69K later, November 2021, but that was it. Since then, it's no uptrend. You know, I mean, I'm talking about long term. And since January, yes, the trend did reverse. And it's still fine. It just unfortunately is not at low risk areas for fresh longs for the swing trader, position trader. It's high risk. What's up, Crypto Cockatoo? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Anthony, thank you too. Thanks everyone. I know y'all are out there. I know there are people that appreciate it. It's just the lowest level it's been in years of those people. And it's just there's just wow. I mean, yeah, if you take away market movement, I legit have nothing to talk about. I remember like when I started doing this, well, I told my parents about it for the first time, and I think my mom one time was like, how can you go live like every day? I mean, like, how can you provide content? Like, the market moving every day is the content to a degree. And now I think back on that and I'm like, if the market doesn't move, I can't provide much more content, like, because this is it. You know, people want to know, like, what's going on with nothing ever anymore. It doesn't move ever. So, yeah, tough times, man. Really tough. I'm sure it's like that in every industry for everything now at this point, man. Like, imagine being a realtor or a mortgage broker or a loan officer or staging for houses or anything revolving real estate. Think about that. They're more screwed than me. They'll be like looking for new jobs soon. Not enough supply. Too much demand. But then, like, most people just aren't gonna buy a house at 7-8%. And most people aren't going to sell a house at 3%. It's a insane, paralyzed market. Hex is down another 2%. Nice. Since the stream started. Let's go, dude. Let's dump this thing to 0. I want the key levels to be broken so we can just the copium of the 8,000% since inception thing. It's like, yeah, well, everyone else that's heard about it, no one's going to talk about them because it's not in their best interest because it's cold. Talk about some news. The only news today. Barbie at the box office exceeds $1 billion. That was the news. It's on the thumbnail. Oh yeah, U.S. women's soccer joke, you know, lost in a hilarious fashion. Typical fashion, right? More news on the weekend.
Even when markets aren't moving, coming here still reminds me to invest in myself. I've been watching through bear times and bull times. Thanks for the education and all you do.
Machines of Time, thank you for the 10, man. Well, yeah, thank you for... That's the lesson, man. Invest in yourself, but then abide by the principles of the legends that were here before us that put their life's work into researching. Good doodle, he's smoothing it out, man. Smoothing it, evening it out, balancing it out, man. Holy crap.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $142.51. Some ETH to balance things out, 0.0780000 ETH.
You know, it's feeling a little heavy on my left side. Now I feel a little bit more even now. Okay, that was perfect. Thank you. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little forward now, a little top heavy. I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Hoarder. Holy crap, man. Man, all it takes is one man to revive it all, you know. I wonder what Hoarder would think about, like, you know, Zcash breaking out, right? Breaking out, like walking out. I mean, you look at something like Zcash and you say, yeah, this is a good zone. Like, yeah, it's the basement. And one day you could be looking at this chart and it's like back at 170. And you say, dang, man, remember that time that Zcash broke out on the weekly of this huge wedge? It had been in development for over a year now. Over a year large wedge breakout at all-time lows from 2019 and 2017. Isn't this it? Yeah, this should be it. But where is the demand? They aren't here. The cavalry is not coming. So this is like nothing like Bitcoin. This is more like the Shiba world, the Shiba Inu world, where it's like, it's more, as a swing trader, right? It makes way more sense to even want to look at Zcash over Bitcoin or total market cap, whatever, because total market cap's failing twice to break resistance. This is at supports. Yeah, but it is Dash. Or Zcash, whatever, same thing. Oh God, you're in the zone, you haven't broken it. Yeah, there's where someone's like, yeah, I got a little money stowed away, I can just put it in Zcash, and you forget about it. You know, have a stop, you know, after you buy it, stop loss like $25, and then you forget about it. You don't even think about it till you get stopped out, or you wake up after your alerts go off and it's breaking out and it's running. Yeah, you're at these levels, but just think about a Bitcoin divergence in the weekly played out. The downside, this is going to be very bad for Zcash. So, thank you, Rich, for the kind words. That's very subjective, but yeah, I appreciate that you think that. You said Dash did things? Yeah, it did, kind of 5%. Look at this thing on the weekly. Why can I
am eating a 2-inch thick T-bone watching you right now. We depend on you daily more than you know. Normal TV is for basic people.
Todd Jones, thanks for the 5, man.
Played 3/5 max 200 buy in NLH2 sessions this weekend plus 1,745. My biggest pot ever 1,160. Been killing this new level for 10 months. Poker run good.
Let's go, man. You know, you pot odds, and you know, poker's a game of information. So is trading. If you apply traditional technical analysis to your method for trading, which I don't know how you couldn't, but some people don't actually. Day traders don't. I mean, at least on the trading floor of the New York Stock Exchange, they do not. They use volume signatures and imbalances, nominal volume imbalances. So thank you, dude, and congrats that 1 and 2 on your poker hot streak. Yeah, man, play the right way, and it'll work out. Though you will lose, it is a certainty because of variance, right? I played in a tournament recently, and I got busted. Dude goes all in with ace queen. I'm playing GTO. I go all in with ace king. He hits the queen, and that was it. And you just can't do anything sometimes. Like if you play the numbers game, I'm winning that more often than not. So, you know, just that's poker, man. But that's trading too. Just because you have the pocket aces, this could be a pocket aces setup. We got bullish divergence. We're at the lows, but it's dash and it fails, right? Because Bitcoin dumped or something. But yeah, it is kind of interesting to see. Look what is happening on Dash, and I'm not kidding. You see the swing low from March 2020. It is there, right there on your screen. And then you look and you see, well, buyers have defended that before, so we know it's very real. Well, here's the thing. The sellers pushed the price below that in June. It was over. Or was it? Because there was zero follow-through from the sellers, and the buyers put the price right back above that level. And now for the third week in a row, they are defending this level, and it is a slightly lower low to where one could be like double bottoming, lower low, double bottom. Yes, if this is real, I mean, if Bitcoin doesn't collapse and buyers can truly defend this, I mean, you're looking for an insane markup. This is what it doesn't mean like it's gonna happen. It just means like these are the things that happen before the massive markups. Even though when they do happen, it doesn't mean they will always have massive markups. But yeah, if you want to talk about the basement, this is the basement. You're like face and nose on the ground of the basement at this price, $32. Yep. So we got about 3 minutes till your weekly candle close. If you're joining the live stream, the like button below, sub if you want. It's cool. Sports channel. Thank you. Join the Discord if you haven't, which is free to join. And there are educational resources. So if you're getting your feet wet in traditional technical analysis and trading, they are there. There's a tab, and it's just the source material. There are no affiliate marketing links or anything. There's no catch. It's just the books one would want to buy, where it's the guidance one would need if they're getting started. Basement prices, hoarder. Well, this has got your name all over it. Dash. And a lot don't look this insane at the bottom. I don't know, man. Like, we didn't warrant anything else being looked at, dude. FTM, dude. Maybe a weekly M shape, but we were waiting for the 886. We had not gotten there yet. Still waiting. You know, FTM about to make its lowest weekly candle close since possibly December of last year, maybe the first week of January, but that's gross, man. But just how legendary it could be if somehow, some way, we get that coveted 886. I guess you're like at it. My God, man. Dang, are you adding 886 there? If you are, I mean, too deep on B, right? It was just like way too deep. It was like a 70+% retrace on B. It's so weird. But yes, if you truly want to talk about an informal M shape completing, this is the first test of the 886, the reaction. This could be the reversal. I do think like seeing 19.520 cents would be the best, because that's how it's so easy to strategize an entry and a stop loss in case it failed. So if you were to long here, what happens if like Bitcoin flushes some and FTM runs to 19.5 cents? You're getting stopped out probably, and then it could reverse after you get stopped out because it was a better area. So it's just kind of tough to, do you really want to take action on it at the 886, but not really anywhere else? Tough, man. That's the, when it's like that, just best to move on and find something where it's not tough, where you don't have to ask all these questions. It's a no-brainer. All right, there it is, chat. We've done it. Let's go to Bitcoin. The weekly candle is closed. A new one has begun. What's the weekly look like? Lowest weekly candle close since June 12th. So 6 weeks, 6-week lows. But still, by the grace of God, Bitcoin price is above 28,800, but it will take probably a TA miracle for this level to hold if you're just abiding by the way the MACD histogram on the weekly looks. And that right there, that is class B bearish divergence. It's real. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if that's there, man, how does 28.8 continue to stay defended where the price stays above that level? Tough, man. Really tough market right now. That's okay. We got our Shiba, don't we? I mean, Shiba was amazing. And I think there's more upside. I think it'll have a good day today, probably. I mean, after the hangover day, time to run back up and make another test. Ethereum, looking at it, you know, just sitting sideways. I mean, same effing price it was at March 18th. 5 months ago. Wow, dude, 5 months of our lives, and this price doesn't move. But really, August 2022, May of 2022, February 2021, same price, man. It's tough. But beautiful little uptrend, man. Beautiful channel. I'm just hoping the bids start. I mean, they got to come in, man. Crypto hoarder, talk to the people, talk to the whales right here. This is the sweet spot for Moon. We've done it. We've done it, chat. We made it to the hour mark of the stream. We made it to the weekly close.
Gentlemen.
And yeah, I just don't know. I kind of wait for the stock market to open tomorrow. I have more to talk about with movement and stuff. Congratulations to Barbie on the 1 billion. And oh, by the way, this is like Pellegrino. It's not a beer. Beers for bull markets, pretty much, right? Sparkling waters for bear markets. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all coming out. Earnings season's continuing, so many more companies will be reporting, so there will be action. It'll be fun to watch. I mean, during the week, it's great, man. Chat's lit, things going on, Discord's lit. There's just stuff to talk about because there's an actual active market with liquidity and movement. So, thank God for the stock market, where I learned it all. So I'll be back. Hoarder man, thank you so much for the 283.67 on the day. No one's touching that for 2 months, 3 months probably, max, or minimum. So thank you, dudes. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything between everyone who contributed today. Thank you. Just by watching, hitting that like button, that bell, that sub, all that is support. Very grateful. And of course, the renewals in the Patreon, the Citadel, and the current members. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect. T.A.